Greetings, God bless you. My name is Larry Keffer, and I am the founder of the Gospel House, which is a nonprofit 501c3 corporation. We set up the Gospel House specifically to purchase property and in Jamaica and to build a foster home and an orphanage for the children of Jamaica. Dylan broke my heart because he was an 11-year-old little boy trying to survive on the streets. He had a plastic bag full of a bunch of T-shirts that he was trying to sell to raise money. And I met him as he was begging for a meat patty from me, and I gave him one, and I left. And then when I came back, he was still there, and wound up buying him another meat patty. And next thing you know, he was around me the whole time. He came up to where we were preaching that night and stayed with us all the way up to about 11 o'clock. And as we're leaving, he started begging me to take him home with him, but I couldn't. We didn't have any place for him to stay. We were sleeping on the floor of a church, on top of a mountain, and so there was no place for him. And he wound up having to leave him on the side of the road. We gave him a little money to take care of himself, and Dylan used that money to pay for cab fare to find us where we were on the island. And he kind of hunted us down, and for 3 days, every time we turned around, there was Dylan. And we got to minister to him, and he would hand out Bible tracts with us, and he was just such a nice kid. But he's living on the streets, and before I left, I actually introduced him to a preacher that I knew out there that feeds elementary school kids 5 days a week. This is a portion of our ministry that we help fund. We send money out to them. The Gospel House does. And I introduced him to Brother Green, and he said that I told Dylan he would be able to come in the morning and have breakfast and so forth, and that if he wanted, he would actually talk to his parents and see what was going on. Well, when I went back a month later, Dylan had never shown up to the preacher, and as we looked for him, we couldn't find him, so we really don't know whatever happened to Dylan. This is a picture of a little girl, a 14-year-old little girl that was abandoned by her parents in Bogwalk, and actually went to her aunt's house who lived in Bogwalk, asking if she could stay with her, but the aunt had already had so many children with her that she couldn't take her in and had to turn her away. This really affected us because the next step for her is basically to turn to prostitution to make money. She has no other skills that she can do to survive. Really can't have a community shower because the houses there don't have running water, and a lot of them don't even have any sewage facilities, and that's why they throw their sewage out on the street. It's in a town that actually has a police force, even though we're about 2 or 3 miles from the town. Here's the house. This is the back side of a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house that is at the entrance. It's a farm that is already working. It's got 30 acres of coffee, it's got 17 acres of guava, and mixed throughout the whole farm is a cash crop of coconuts, plantains, avocados, bananas, ackee, there's nutmeg and spices and so forth. And these resources can actually fund the foster home once it's built. And that's one reason why we thought of going for a farm versus going and getting a building in the city or someplace and then having the children come to that, because we would have to solicit funds continually. That building ahead is a vacant building that has a wood roof, but it's concrete block, and I think that without a lot of effort we could actually build even a second floor and house probably 8 children in that building. Now here's a third building. This is the storage area where they keep all the tools. The building is a cement foundation, cement walls, and a cement roof. Thank you for considering the Gospel House. God bless you.